Makulisaayo nate mu district ye Padelo munange olunaku lwaffe olwalinga olwokubiri bwolito twagezaako okubanga atulambula era ne tukomawo mu district ey'eggulu ate gye twasula ne tubeera nga ate tufuna ku masanyu ag'ekiro. Olunaku olwokusatu nate twabukereza nkokola ne tugenda district y'Enyoya gye twagezaako okulaba nga tufuna ebyobuwangwa eby'enjawulo nate ne tuba nga tukomekkereza epakwaki ku lutindo. Wano epakwaki ku lutindo twagezaako okuba nga ate tubeerako ebyetuyiga ebyenjawulo naddala ebikwatagana ku Gipr ne Labongo nga bwe baafaanananga nga bwe baali bafaanana naki ekyabawula ebyobuwangwa byabwe na biki ebibakwatako ebyo n'ebisingako awo nabyo katubirabe temuvaawo katukomewo.
The full history is with the priest. That's why he first came and performed the rituals and then allowed us to come here and is going to narrate exactly what happened. He has the history himself and I will help to translate. We are going to get problems. Phones will go off, plus other misfortunes. Yeah, big snakes will attack, so it's not something to joke on. Yeah. So my role here is to translate, and the high priest will give the full detail of the history of what really transpired that time.
Amoto dano cheke email pa Kristo. An konyinga gilongo jalupo Walter Mot ati high priest miwang le kamanyi pir konya bongo gipokre ye kaberu eni pire tekiwa wan waluo na iloti pir kaberu eni tekiwa kaberu eni domo kwan that's a beach bika no history eni kite manyi pir konya bongo gipokre ko.
He greeted everybody and he said his name is Jalobo Omot, the high priest of the place. And he also said this point where we are is very important and has a very rich history for those who studied right from P5 up to a certain higher level, certain level. They studied about this place in history.
Imoka Elifashel daka mwen kupira rewi ya bero ikarema nyipero timutong pa nyabongo uchiru chobo kolo liech ukamo chiru kutong ne ikarema liech uchiru kutong nyabongo ai kucha unongoni atong pare nyipero chobo kolo liech ukamo ringo kule ega me wacho umera nyabongo nyipir ana mito tong para ini nyipir tingu tong para ipenja ngo pira ngo chi chopo liech nyipir wacho ni aliech no pino ka chamo kali podo si atingu tong achopo kodo dong we ka tedi tong mukende abongo kweto.
The whole separation started in this way. When Labongo was away, Nyipir, his brother, went and picked Labongo's spear. And then he went, he speared an elephant, and then the spear got stuck on the elephant, and the elephant went with the spear. So Labongo demanded for his spear, and Gipr was like, the elephant had come to destroy the gardens here, and I used it to chase it away. And Labongo was not pleased, became annoyed because of that.
Mani piro wache te tong nyabung kwetu. Nyabung wache ana mitu tong para icha. Yori ngeye nyipiro gamu daku pa nyipir utedu tanda. Wanwa lumu tanda ke nyo ishi di duar. Yuchelu ripeke ketu pi upoko tong peri beru tieru banga peri beru tieru ni wotu kodi tielu. Aya pela de beru imuti. Nyipiro gamu wache endo ngeko wotu kubonga
much as Gipr pleaded with him to at least get him another spear, Labongo refused totally. And so Gipr had to prepare himself. He got some roasted peas, we call it peke. Peke, it's roasted peas with nuts, they mix. Then he got his other items. Then he went to the bush to look for that particular elephant that went with the spear.
Timu beru makwinyo beru tuo machamo dano. Gipiro gamu chiko ni ani te kokoro biya kwe numu dong nyo ato. Ento te kokoro biya chima ka duogo manyo numu tong echa ka duogo abi kodo pila para ungeyo ni adong aduogo. Gipiro gamu chito. Kare manyi piro chito, gipiro beru ka wotu kuri gerli. Niduma lachi lu. Teke woto chiengo chipodo ido mali biyeni kum lei mako dano machamo dano tuo. Ido mali biyeni vutu te ngomu busi loro pincha ku ko ben gerli.
In fact, by that time there were so many wild animals. So it was very risky for Gipr to move in the wilderness, but he had no option but to go there. So he went to the bush and moved to places where the elephants usually stay, looking for that particular elephant. So whenever it could reach like night hours, Gipr will climb the tree, spends up there, comes down when it is daytime. And now, Labongo thought maybe he had died because it had taken long when he was there in the bush. So he moved up to a place called Apa, a boundary between the Jonam and the Madis, that side there. He found a certain woman, and that called Nyambogo, and that woman saw Gipr, he had lost weight, hungry, and asked him, "Where are you from?" And Gipr answered that, "I'm from Uvungu." That okay. If I sit down, let me prepare you some porridge. Then you take and we talk. So Nyabogo prepared the porridge for Gipr. Gipr took the porridge. He felt good, started sweating, and then started narrating what really transpired. Then Nyabogo said, pointed at a place where all the elephants usually gather, that you go there, you may find your spear. If you find it, then you come back to me. Then Gipr went there. Fortunately enough, the gods were also by his side. He got that very spear. Then he came back to Nyabogo. Animals would have killed you. So you take the beads, then after 3 days, you wear the beads. As he neared home, he blew an instrument that locally we call it bila. Now, so it sounded home, and the family members were like, that could be the instrument of Gipr. But others were like, nah, Gipr has already died. 3 years are many. So they were contemplating. And thereafter, he kept on moving towards home. And Gipr, as he was nearing home, family members saw him. And according to the Jonam culture, once you disappear and it's like people had cried that he had even died, so they have to first perform certain rituals. So when those rituals were performed, he then went to the shrine. Abila is the shrine. So when he went to the shrine, he had to pray to the gods and also thank the gods for protecting him and also leading him back home safely. So as he returned home, Labongo was actually happy that his spear was brought back by his brother Gipr. But remember that Nyabogo had told him that he has to stay for 3 days. And after 3 days, he picks the beads, then he starts putting them on the ropes so that he can start wearing the beads. And indeed, Gipr did that. After the 3rd day, he started organizing his beads at home. So as Gipr was busy organizing his beads, then one of the children to Labongo, a girl came and picked the bead, started playing with it, thereafter swallowed it. So Gipr asked who took his bead. Then the rest of the children told him that it was the daughter to Labongo who took and swallowed it. And he also had to put a very hard condition that he needed the bead that very time.
Nyabongo kulembe meti mukumumine cha lebichukamo make. Ega mewa chukachalo dumimi tutigu perishote. Adonka kumana mako nyatini na neke.
So the girl swallowing the bead, then Labongo, Gipr was merciful, said, you wait the following day, the child will defecate and then they will get the bead there. But Labongo became ashamed because of what he did to the brother, and he said no. For him, since the brother wants the bead there and then, he's going to kill the child, then remove the bead. And the brother told him, if you are doing that, that is at your wish, let all the sins be upon you. Then Labongo killed the daughter and removed the bead. Labongo killed that child, and according to the law, it was something which was very bad. They could not eat together. And therefore, until when they confess to one another, that one in law we call it aroka, chamo aroka. So you confess to one another and you seek for forgiveness. But that did not take place. So when his grandfather, the high priest, the great-great-great-grandfather, called King Chua, heard of it, that there are issues between Gipr and Labongo, he came, then he made them to seek for forgiveness from one another, and thereafter he told them that now whoever wishes to move wherever he or she wants, it is now upon him to do so. Thereafter, King Chua, their grandfather, brought the issue before Chief Ovungu. Ovungu, of course, is the founder of Puvungu, where we are standing, this area, they call it Puvungu. So Ovungu called the boys, they performed certain rituals, and then they sought forgiveness among each others, and then they were set free. They said that now you can move wherever you feel like moving. Then your descendants should also get married to each others and also live peacefully. But if one is coming back, there shouldn't be war. They shouldn't fight. And that's why there's that coexistence currently in between the Jonams and the Acholis. They don't fight among themselves. If they try it, then that axe which they put there is a symbol that really protects both tribes against attack. So they gave them the axe, then they went and they put it down there, then they separated in that way.
Ya tuchali fena kusa TV Menyegwanga amanya kujukiza nti Beka Uthman Sempewa kubanga kutusako program omulambuzi lunaku lw'omukaaga essaawa 2:30 ez'akawungezi mwe tukulambuliza eggwanga Uganda. Kansubire nti ebintu bino byonna oze obigoberera, oze olaba biki ebyenjawulo betugezaako okubanga tukulambuza bye twakuleetedde ate bye twagala naawe ogezeeko okubanga ogenda olambule ebisingakawo. Nagambye nti tujja kuba tukuyisa mu bifuutifuuti katonotono tugezeeko okubanga tukulaga wa gye twatambulidde ate naawe usanga kinyegenyege kijja kukwata ofuna akadde ogende obe ng'olambula eggwanga Uganda nga bwe lifaanana. bwe twava epakwaki ate munaye twayolekera ekkumiro ly'ebisolo erimu ku erisinga obunene mu ggwanga erya Murchison Falls National Park. Bannayuganda ab'enjawulo be twatambula nabo bagezaako okuba nga bakola game drive ate n'oluvannyuma ne bagenda ku top of the falls ewali amazzi mangi, ekiyiro ky'amazzi ekimu ku kisinga obunene mu nsi yonna, ne bagezaako okuba nga ate bakirambula. Ebyo ne bisingako awo nabyo katubirabe nga bwe bifaana, temuvaawo katukomewo.
First of all, you are welcome to MURCHISON Falls.
Thank you.
This is the biggest park among all the parks in Uganda. Uganda has 10 parks. MURCHISON Falls is the largest. The activities offered in MURCHISON Falls, we offer the boat ride, game drives, nature walks, bush campings, hikings, and sport fishing. Why have I mentioned about sport fishing? As we are going, we may meet some people doing the fishing, and then you will ask yourselves, why are they fishing in the national park, in a protected area? So I just wanted you to know about it, that we offer sport fishing. Sport fishing is a game, catch and release. Catch and release, you buy a ticket, you do your fishing and go out of the park. Catch and release, you don't take it home. Yes, you don't take it. So out of those activities, we are doing a boat ride. The major point is viewing the falls from the bottom. When you hike or you go via the road, you view the falls from the top. As we are going now, we are going to view the falls from the bottom. The distance is 17 kilometers, which is going to take us 3 hours. 2 hours going and 1 hour coming back. On our way going, we shall be meeting some interesting things like bird species, animal species. All those are offers. The trip shouldn't bore you, as I told you earlier, that our major point is viewing the falls from the bottom. The river we are cruising on is Victoria Nile. From Lake Victoria, it pours down into Lake Albert. Albert Nile comes out of Lake Albert. It flows north, Sudan, Khartoum. It meets the Blue Nile, the White Nile. They flow into the Mediterranean Sea.
natemba kulisayo ku Junction Falls National Park. Kansubire nti ebintu nga bino obirabe ffe tubikuletera mu ddiro lyo ne tukulaga nga bwe bifaanana ne tukuwa omukisa ne tugamba nti naawe ayagala okubanga alambula eggwanga Uganda weeteeke mu akasente oba tutuukire tubeeko engeri gye tuyinza okuyambamu ate tubenga tukulambuza eggwanga Uganda. Sente si nnyingi nnyo, sente ntono nnyo, kasita obanga olina commitment eraga nti oli mumalirivu okubanga olambula eggwanga Uganda. Munange lunaku lwaffe olwokusatu oba olwokuna bwe lutobe lwali twalambula Junction Falls ne tukola game drive wamu ne tukola ne top of the falls. Abantu nabo bawangula n'emidaali egy'enjawulo okubanga bahikinga. Oluvannyuma nate twasibira mu district y'e Masindi campaign yaffe eno yakomekkerezebwa era nga mukomekereza campaign yaffe eno twagenda ku kijjukizo ekimu eky'aba Poland oba aba Polish abamanyi abasoma ebyafaayo bya World War II World War ey'okubiri bannaffe bano aba Poland waliwo abamu ba refugee bwe basindika mu ggwanga Uganda ne babaako baba babudamya olw'ensonga z'entalo ezaali ewaabwe. Newankubadde nti munnaye ebyafaayo biddingana abantu wano baaziikibwa mu kifo kino bangi nakyo twakituuseko ne tukiraba nga bwe bikifaanana. Nabyeya kifo kino bwe kiyitibwa tugenda kuba nakyo nga tukiraba nga bwe kifaanana. Katukomewo temuvaawo katubirabe nabyo nga bwe bifaanana.